podcasts really need to be heard.
I feel you. And are you mostly working with West Coast artists?
I mean, primarily, but we definitely branch out. And through Grind Time, it's like the network is worldwide, like I said. And we work with a lot of West Coast artists, but like my group, the Rollin' Rockers, are currently, like we work with overseas artists quite a bit. We actually have a deal with a label in France, so we're signed overseas. We do a lot of work with them. And like I try to keep it just real unique and eclectic as much as possible.
I feel you. And you mentioned you're part of, can you say the group one more time?
Rollin' Rockers. Rollin' Rockers.
Right, but you're also 1/3 of a group called the Delmont Crew?
Oh yeah, Delmont Crew, and yep. And Rollin' Rockers is two of the members of Delmont Crew, me and Flex Rock, and we're working together on this project. And Rollin' Rockers, that's what got us signed overseas. We went on a big tour in France, rocked gigantic shows, and got a lot of love out there. Got singles in rotation overseas right now, and we're kind of building off of that.
So with you being a member of both of these groups, do you enter any of the battles yourself? I was just wondering.
I was in, like, I used to do it a lot, and like, I established myself, and that's how I was able to, like, have such good relationships with these battle MCs, because I used to be in the ring with them, and I definitely, I battled a lot, and I was in one of the early Grind Time battles. I flew out from Cali to Florida, and I battled the champion of the league at the time, and I beat him, and that was kind of a good way to establish the whole West Coast franchise. And then after that, it was announced that we have a whole West Coast league, and then shortly after the New York chapter came, and so I used to battle, and it's like I still have that killer instinct. When necessary, if I need to bring it to the table, I can destroy an opponent, but that's not really what I'm about. I'm trying to get this money and just let the whole entire scene thrive, you know what I mean?
I feel you. You talked about being signed in France, and like, and I know like a lot of times artists feel as if though like the only way to really get put on is to either be like on MTV. Can you talk about like the different opportunities of going overseas and being an artist overseas?
Well, like, to be honest with you, I don't want to tell people how good it is over there because I don't want too many people to try to do it. No, I'm just but no, honestly, like, yeah, there's a lot. Like, this is 2010. If you look at the numbers, the industry's completely crumbling, and going the independent route, like, is much. There's so many more different opportunities. There's so many different ways. You got to just be aware, and you got to diversify and be creative, and that's your only chance to really survive. And going overseas, the type of love we were getting is nothing like, I've been doing shows in the States since 2001, and went overseas for the first time last year, and the type of love we received, and the size of the crowds, the amount of merch we were moving, like, out here, like, y'all go to college, do you buy music? I doubt either one of y'all buy music, you know what I mean? Like, I question the fact that either one of y'all buy music, and like, all these people in Europe, they still do it. They go to the record store, they actually buy vinyl. Like, we were on a project out there that moved 10,000 units, you know what I mean, just in a matter of months, and that's very difficult to do out here. So, like, there's a lot of opportunities. Definitely don't close yourself off this gigantic world, way beyond the limits of the town that you're in, I guarantee it. So, yeah, all y'all artists, wake up.
How do you think the music scene kind of differs over there in France as opposed to the West Coast? Like, do they appreciate maybe certain aspects of music more heavily than they do over here in the States, or?
Yeah, well, off top, they're big fans of dance music out there, and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, they really, they've been on that for years. All of Europe is on that electronic dubstep, drum and bass, all the different genres of dance music that is just now gaining mainstream popularity in the States. You see artists like Lady Gaga really capitalizing off of that now. But that's been huge in Europe for a long time, so that's kind of like the direction. At the same time, they kind of crave, as far as hip-hop goes, that real authentic boom bap flavor, that real old school, authentic hip-hop. And what's crazy is we bring both a little of that to the table, so I guess we're perfect for the market out there in France. That's our label out in France. So check them out, ChineseManRecords.com. And you can even download our free EP while you're at it.
Actually, I kind of wanted to get back to the battles. I had a question regarding those. How do you feel about artists nowadays who kind of come with pre-written verses, and when you set up your battles, do you kind of try to avoid rappers who you see doing that, or what's your take on that?
Well, honestly, no, not at all. Like, anyone that really watches Grind Time, like, you'll notice that cats come with pre-written verses, and the way I look at it, it's kind of just an evolution of the game in the sense that, you know, obviously being able to, there's nothing that can beat a real freestyle and a great rebuttal and something quick off the head, you know what I mean? Nothing can top that. But if you combine that with the ability to prepare for a specific opponent and really just analyze them from a whole perspective and refine your lyrics, there's nothing that can really top that. Combining those is a whole new arsenal, and that's the evolution. That's like the cyber super thug battle rapper right there, you know what I mean? Like, and so, like, I think preparation and writtens are cool if you know how to, you know, be aware of your environment at the same time and be able to be spontaneous and flip it. Like, the fact of the matter is, y'all, cats have been coming with writtens for years as far as battling goes, and they always had pre-meds. Like, cats would always be like, yo, if I'm going to battle, like, a fat white dude, I'm going to have a bunch of Chris Farley jokes just in case. Like, cats always knew, you know what I mean? Like, so this is kind of just an extension of that.
Gotcha.
So, I got a question.
I'm sorry, though. I know a lot of cats got really disappointed, but this is the truth.
I'm about to start crying over here. Like, I don't even know how I feel anymore.
Hey, I'm not going to front, though. You feel, ain't no illusions, ain't no tricks when you talk to me.
and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. But
we keep it 800 with you.
But if you I guess sticking with the battles and being a battle MC, what do you feel makes like the perfect battle MC?
The perfect battle MC, like, I think it's kind of like what I was just describing. Like, but in the end, there's certain elements like the perfect battle MC is someone that's charismatic and able to captivate an audience, but at the same time have vicious lyrics. You know what I mean? Like somewhere in between the really funny dude and the really vicious dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult to define because it's really unpredictable. It's kind of like what's the perfect fighting style? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does jujitsu beat kung fu or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Through putting on the Grind Time events, are there any artists that you especially respect, or even any of the other events that you worked with, that you've had the opportunity to work with, that you really appreciated meeting?
Battle MCs or like established artists?
Both, actually, both.
Well, like, you know, like, there's so many cool people, and it's like, you know, it's been great. Like, well, first of all, I definitely wanted, I think it's important to shout out a dude like Dumbfounded. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Dumbfounded, but he's an Asian kid from LA, and he's pretty much, through Grind Time, been able to launch into a huge indie career. And now he's like actually the host of Paid Dues Festival this year. He's doing huge viral videos. He just recently had a video on CNN, and it all started from his, you know, Grind Time battles and all the success he garnered through that. So it's been an honor and a privilege to work with him because he's taken his success to the next level and used Grind Time as a platform. So to me, that's beautiful. And, you know, on a mainstream level, like, there's a lot, everybody in the game, every single, like, person out there is pretty much aware of Grind Time as far as mainstream artists, you know what I'm saying, from the top of the food chain down. Like I'm grateful off top to a dude like Fabulous, and I'll just shout him out because all he did was Twitter a few of our battles, links to a few of our battles, and then instantly, that dude's got over 300,000 Twitter followers within like 15 minutes. Within the next day, the links that he posted had got over like 16,000 views each. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. And the Alchemist, I really appreciate the Alchemist because he's been believing in the Grind Time movement from day one, and he rides heavily with us. And there's a lot of cats, you know, Royce and Crooked Eye, EA Ski, like a lot of dudes.